Hey everybody, Durek back at it again with another video on Insurgency Sandstorm. The reason I decided to talk about this game today is because of an update that was released a little while ago, but no one, as far as I've seen, has really talked about it or covered it, so I decided to, bring it to the people's attention. The update that I'm referring to is the one that was released on the Reddit called State of Production 3. I believe this was released on the Reddit, but you could also go through the Steam to find it. This is an update that has given me and the subscribers that brought this to my attention mixed feelings, depending on your perspective. This update has good and bad written on it. So I guess I'm going to start with the good things, or things that I consider good. So the good: being able to select multiple modes at once, auto team balance, and a pre-match with TDM before an actual match starts. This to me seems like an interesting idea, but I'm not entirely sure as to what constituted this idea or how it's going to be implemented, but it seems like a really interesting idea though. Basically the idea is when people queue up for a versus or a co-op match, instead of like waiting at a screen, you're actually going to go into a game and face against people that are waiting with you in a TDM match before the actual game starts. I think it's a neat idea, but I feel like it's kind of time wasted. I don't know, what are your thoughts on that? The next one is removal of player count. So for those of you that don't know or maybe aren't aware, NWI implemented a system where if you're looking at a mode that you want to go into, you can see how many players are currently in that mode. Now I'm unsure if this number represents players worldwide or if it's just people in that region, but I would remove it too if I saw that my player numbers were pretty low. So whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, I guess that's debatable, but they're putting it as a priority, so I don't know. The next one is, in the update, modding support was mentioned, but it was unclear as to when the news is to come, so I would put a fat soon on that one. In the update, they discuss how they are hiring more people for porting to console and more artists to the team to make the game look better, and more developers in general just to help out with the optimization. So yeah, I like that. I like that. That's good. Okay. I think that the console market is very big for them, so they obviously want to get to that, although I wish that they would actually, make the game better than it already is, but that's just me. And optimization is obviously very important. It's the one thing that people wouldn't stop complaining about in the very beginning. But yeah, the next one is AI Overhaul. I haven't really played the game long enough to really see what the AI behavior is really like, but I keep getting sent clips of AI being out of whack, like looking at you but running in a different direction, or looking the other way but throwing a freaking Molotov at you, or Molotovs literally being thrown at you from across the map. Basically anything that they can throw on you is basically like a heat-seeking missile is what it is. So yeah, that's good. That's good that they're fixing the AI, because I think it seriously needs some help. So now let's go over to the bad part of the update. The AI overhaul might be delayed to 2020, given how much work that they're going to have to do to improve it. Night maps are being pushed back to 2020. That really sucks, because playing on the night maps, I actually really liked it, but the problem is that they didn't have any real equipment to go with that night map. I mean, they did have the tac light, but that was about it. And I think it was only on one map, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't play the game that often. They are continuing work on the competitive outreach, working harder on it. And I mean, for very obvious reasons, I think that that's a bad idea. Me and a lot of other YouTubers have said that this is honestly like the bad move, because they basically screwed up their competitive scene by messing with the playlist system, which they actually do say in this update that they heard them loud and clear, but it wasn't their intention to screw it up, obviously. It was to improve on what was already there, but it just didn't sit well with the competitive players. So yeah, I don't think that this is a good idea. I say this is bad because the firefight has been long dead at this point. I mean, looking at the player count that they're going to get rid of, it's pretty low there. Well, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but night equipment has been delayed to 2020. So not only are night maps delayed, but also the night equipment itself. And on top of that, the roadmap that they had on their store page was removed from their store page, which I didn't know that they had a roadmap, but seeing as how that's not there anymore, then I'm not going to actually see what was on it. I think it was the one that was saying that they were going to add a bunch of stuff. I think I remember taking a glimpse at it. I think I might have actually done a video and I don't remember. But yeah, that's not being there. According to this, it says that it was causing some features to not work, or it just wasn't, like, some features weren't there. I'm not sure what it means by that, like features like on the store where the roadmap is, or are you talking in game on those things? It doesn't exactly specify here, but yeah. So far, I am not. I mean, I'm okay with things getting delayed, you know, because I want this stuff to be, you know, fixed and sent out to the public when it's ready. But this kind of just like begs the question: why didn't you just delay the game like a whole nother year? Why are we now delaying everything? Like I said before, this game really released extremely early for it to, like, you know, get all the features that it has now. Like, you have to make sure that everything is implemented, like all the base stuff is implemented first before you start to build on top of it. You know, give the players what they want first, and then if you want to implement a competitive system, you put it on top. Like I said, that's the icing on the cake. But no, they're trying to make the competitive scene front and center after they basically destroyed it, so I don't know. So with this update, they're basically saying that they're going to be delaying a bunch of stuff to 2020, which kind of begs the question of why didn't you just, you know, delay the release of the game to add all the features? I mean, maybe it has to do with the publisher twisting their arm to, like, get that game out. We need that money, drop it now, but it's not finished yet. Do it or you're fired. Like, that's what I feel like is going on here. Only a publisher would want to push out a game that's not finished to try and make a profit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's NWI just dropping the ball with this. I don't know. I just wish that I could get a straight answer from NWI or somebody over there of what's actually going on, because I feel like some decisions that they've been making are very questionable. But what are your thoughts? Please tell me your thoughts down below. I really want to know. The last thing that I want to say is that at around the same time that the State of Production 3 came out, there was apparently a bit of a squabble or a backlash, I guess you call it, on the Insurgency Sandstorm Reddit. Basically what happened is that Epic North, who is a former community manager at NWI, more commonly known as Alex Blonsky, posted about a new co-op flight simulator led by a former Insurgency creative director. I guess you could say that in a sense he was promoting another game, or he was just showing off what other former developers have been up to. Not entirely sure, but the real squabble starts here when one of the current NWI developer, Derek, posts, "This will be taken down and deleted. We will not be tolerating or promoting direct competitors on our sub. Period." He went on to talk about how the moderators of this Reddit not doing their jobs and taking down these types of posts, basically saying, where are the moderators? Where are they at? Guess I gotta do it myself. So the story goes is that he tries to delete the post, but one thing that I guess you forgot is that NWI doesn't actually own the Reddit. It's actually managed by the community. Once he figured that out, he deleted the post, and an official New World dev account commented saying that Derek misunderstood that this was a community run Reddit. So the account basically apologized, but added some interesting choice of words. Here, let me read it to you. "However, we will be in talks with the moderation team here over the weekend about how to improve the quality of the discussion here. We want to regularly engage directly with the community here as opposed to having a very controlled corporate PR style like a AAA company's. However, if our team are to continue engaging on this Reddit, we need to ensure the tone and quality of this discussion improves." This sounds a lot like censorship. Like, I don't want to go that far, but that's what it seems like to me. This comment was later deleted. Both comments are now not here anymore, and there seem to be a lot of comments going back and forth here. How the hell is a flight simulator a competitor to Insurgency Sandstorm? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what this seems like to me is that Insurgency seems to be losing its grip a little. Because, I mean, Insurgency doesn't seem to be in like a great spot right now, so maybe they're on edge. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Like, I really like these developers, but I really hope that they don't go down that route of, you know, censorship and stuff. Just don't do that. Don't do that. What are your thoughts? I just thought that this was interesting. A couple of subscribers brought this to my attention, so I thought that I would cover it really quick. I kind of just chalk up this whole ordeal as just a big foul up. I generally have a high opinion of the developers over at NWI, so I'm not going to hold this little slip up over their heads, but I'm definitely going to be a little more cautious with them going forward from now on. I mean, the idea that they could think that a flight simulator could be a potential competitor and try to delete that post sounds kind of ridiculous to me. It's just something that's really out of left field, that they would think that that's some sort of priority to, you know, I don't know. But yeah, tell me what you think down below. If you're someone that enjoys my content, be sure to check out my Patreon. Just send me $2 my way. Be sure to like and share because YouTube is killing me. And with that all being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out to watch, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.